Jamie, party of one. It was the first time that I decided I was going to take myself to breakfast alone. Alone? What is that when you are a mother and a wife? You would think when you go to the bathroom that you are alone. Not true. Sometimes there are little notes that slide under the bathroom door from the little ones asking, "When will you be done? I miss you," and all sorts of other random notes. Breakfast alone? What does that consist of? Being that I was a mother at 17, there were not many meals that were alone. I had someone with me, and that was my life. What's the plan? Will I need to make up a story to get away from my family? Will they know when I return that I did this without them? How could you do this? You are not to eat alone. It's a Sunday morning. Everyone is asleep, as usual, because I tend to get up before everyone else. When you have a full bath and a half bath, you learn to get up early if you don't want a line waiting and rushing you to get out of the bathroom. I get myself together, grab a book that I have been wanting to read, gathered my purse and keys, and out the door I went. What do you want to eat? I asked myself. It had been a very long time since I asked myself what I wanted to eat. Normally, I am up preparing breakfast for a family of 5, as though I had been a short order cook all of my life. This one wants the turkey bacon crispy. This one wants it less crispy. This one wants boiled eggs. This one wants scrambled eggs with extra pepper. This one wants a folded egg. This one prefers biscuits, and everyone else wants waffles. And dare not, I forget, the hash brown crowns, nicely toasted to a golden brown. Is there juice to drink? Maybe, maybe not. Make some iced tea, Kool-Aid, or lemonade to complement the meal. Everyone's tummies are satisfied. Great. I guess I will make my eggs now and have a seat to partially eat my meal because I am now exhausted from the breakfast catered meal I prepared for everyone else. Now, I know why my mother would say she was full and did not sit to eat with us. Partly due to the fact that I would try a piece of the crispy bacon to make sure it was crispy enough. Then the not so crispy bacon to confirm the desired firmness. The hash browns had to be sampled, a few of those, and that random waffle that did not meet serving standards. Oh, yes. What do you want to eat, Jamie? I drove to the IHOP because I wanted to stay on budget. Here we go. I entered the IHOP and it seemed as though everyone was looking at me with a judging stare. Why is she eating alone? I looked at the hostess as she said, "How many in your party?" My response in a low tone, "Just one." "Just one?" the hostess said, what seemed as though she yelled it to the restaurant. I followed her to my table with my book tucked near my chest. What are people thinking about me sitting here alone? Do they think someone is joining me? Do I appear to be unapproachable? Does anyone else eat alone? My random thoughts were interrupted by my waitress. "Hello, I'm such and I'm here to take your order. Do you want to start with something to drink?" I hadn't even looked at the menu for the randomness that was going on in my head. "May I have hot water, lemon, and honey, please?" "Sure, I'll be right back," she responded. I'm doing this breakfast alone. Feels weird, but we are committed now. I checked out the menu to be prepared upon her return. "May I have the French toast, 2 scrambled eggs with cheese, and hash browns?" "Of course," she said, and she left the table. I began to read my book while my order was being prepared. This was a good book. Man, why did I wait so long to read it? My food arrives and everything is hot. What? I don't have to eat lukewarm waffles and bacon? All of my food is at a temperature that it should be? I set the book aside and enjoyed this hot meal, served and prepared by someone else. As I ate my food, the guilt I had early on was gone. I thought about what Jamie Party of One really meant. This part of my journey started with me thinking that I was doing something harmful to my family by not including them in every aspect of my life. Little did I know that this moment in time was preparing me for future endeavors. You see, when you always have someone around you, it is hard to take time to focus on you because it is easier to focus on the needs of others. When you willingly take time for yourself, you start to see the cracks in your foundation. It wasn't until that moment that I realized I was afraid of not having someone to take care of. I wasn't prepared to focus on me. Yet when I ate that meal alone and enjoyed that book, I realized that fixing the cracks in my foundation was taking care of others because I could pour out positivity instead of negativity from being worn out, damaged, and suffering from poor stabilization of my foundation. This fateful day of Jamie Party of One marked a special moment in time for me, and I am never truly alone. I will always have the memories and thoughts of my family and friends. That taking out this designated time for me to refresh, rejuvenate, and release things that no longer serve me was the foundational support needed in my life. Realizing that my own poor foundation would not serve others well. The statement, "you cannot pour from an empty cup," I disagree. You can pour from an empty cup. The pouring consists of negativity, hurt, fear, anxiety, worry, doubt, shame, frustration, and a host of other things that can be damaging to others and yourself. I appreciate that very first Jamie Party of One instance in my life as it birthed several more Jamie only meals. No guilt, no shame, just pure unadulterated Jamie time to refresh, rejuvenate, and release. I became a much happier person and it repaired my foundation. Are you ready for your name Party of One? If you already do this, congratulations. Continue the process. If you don't take this time for yourself, now is a great time to start. Being intentional about refreshing, rejuvenating, and releasing to repair your foundation is the greatest gift you could ever give to yourself.